Hey guys, and welcome! Week number 10 of Season 1 has just started in Battlefield 2042, and just like every week, we got some new missions, new portal modes, a new all-out war playlist, and some more items in the store that might be interesting for you. But let's start with something else this time, cause as a little compensation for the XP bug we had during the last week, where sometimes you didn't receive the 10,000 XP for your first match of the day, we now get double XP for the first match of the day until August 23. So if you still have to rank up your battle pass a little bit, be sure to play at least one match every day to claim the 10,000 XP plus the double XP, so that's at least 20,000 XP per day. All other matches you play after the first one will then have normal XP again. And now let's have a look at the weekly missions. This time they are again very vehicle focused, but that also means you don't have to do multi-kills or melee kills this week. In the first section you need to revive 5 teammates, inflict 1000 damage with SMGs and spawn 5 teammates in your helicopter or spawn 5 times at a teammate's helicopter. For the revives, just get in with Falk or Angel and help your downed teammates get back to life. I don't think this should be much of a problem. Same with the SMG damage. Just choose the one you feel most comfortable with and deal some damage to enemies. These two missions should be done in no time. The spawns on a helicopter, on the other hand, might take a bit longer depending on how lucky you are with your lobbies. If you are able to fly yourself, I would recommend to try and get a transport helicopter or Condor and wait for your teammates to spawn on you. If you don't want to fly yourself, you need to look out for helis you can spawn on, which usually works pretty well in the 128-player Conquest mode, since there are more air vehicles available. The newly added air superiority mode over in Portal is not helpful here, since you can't spawn in another one's heli and no one can spawn on you in this mode. For the second section, you need to capture 10 objectives with either Liz, Boris or Irish, perform 15 kills with shoulder-launched missiles and do 20 kills and assists with vehicles. To capture objectives, Conquest is the perfect mode for you again, so you might connect this mission with the helicopter spawn mission of the first section. For the kills and assists with shoulder-launched missiles, you can either use the recoilless M5 or XML or Liz rocket launcher. All three of them should count here. I did it with the recoilless M5 and was just running around shooting at infantry, so this mission is not as hard to complete as you might think. The only annoying thing here is that everyone is doing it right now, so you might get shot a lot with the recoilless in the next few days. But then again, if you are on a streak with it, it's kind of funny as well. If the recoilless shouldn't work for you, try to shoot down helicopters with the XML or focus a bit more on vehicles in general, especially the light transport vehicles. That should make it a bit easier to complete this mission. And for the kills and assists with vehicles, you can either hop into a tank or heli yourself or just spawn in there as a gunner or passenger and wait for the assists. As always, if you are a passenger in a helicopter, take the repair tool with you so you can help the heli to stay alive a bit longer. And in the third section of this week's missions, you need to resupply 50 teammates, so once you are done with the rocket launcher kills, equip the ammo box and help out your teammates. And then you need to inflict 500 damage to air vehicles, so you can either try to shoot at helis with the XML, recoilless M5, Liz rocket launcher or whatever else deals damage to them, like the armor-piercing bullets for example, or you get over to Portal into the new air superiority mode and try to complete the mission over there. But I know some players don't like to fly helis, so this might not be the best solution for everyone. But usually the XML works pretty well if you prefer to stick to infantry. And then for the bonus mission, you need to inflict even more damage to enemy vehicles or repair friendly vehicles. But this time it doesn't matter if you focus on tanks or helicopters, both counts. So equip your rocket launcher or repair tool and get to work. The new portal modes we got this week are the already mentioned Battlefield 3 Air Superiority, where you can fight against other pilots in deathmatch battles. Then there's Rush of Ages, which is the classic Battlefield Rush mode played on all old maps but with 2042 specialists and weapons. And we also got Hardcore Conquest, a 64-player Conquest mode with higher bullet damage and reduced HUD elements, also played on different maps with 2042 factions and weapons. In All Out War, the 0 Hour Conquest playlist that was added last week was removed and made space for 0 Hour Breakthrough. The maps are still the same, only Kaleidoscope and Exposure are available, but this time it's in the mode Breakthrough instead of Conquest and only 64 players instead of 128. So if you missed Exposure Breakthrough 24/7, here's your chance to play it for another week alongside the new version of Kaleidoscope. And in the item store, you can now find the new Savage Skies bundle that is focused on air vehicles and comes with a skin for the Super Hokum and Super Hint, a weapon charm and a skin for the PP29 and the Ghostmaker crossbow. Any free items are not available this week. And that's it for today. Just your usual overview of the weekly missions and new content in Battlefield 2042, and if you enjoyed this video, be sure to drop a like or a comment below and subscribe to the channel to stay tuned for more content like this. Until then, thanks for watching. I'm the Catwoman and you are awesome.